He is here, Graeme Smith. Graeme, thanks for being with us on Sport at 10. And I asked you this off air, but I'll ask you on air. How's the knee?
Thomas, excellent to be here. Just amazing to be on the show. And I know SABC, I don't think I've ever done an interview at 10 o'clock at night before. But
well, there's 1.4 million.
Yeah, I know, it's excellent. And I've stayed awake, and hopefully we can provide some insight into my career in the Proteas, but terrific to spend some time with you. And the knee is a knee. It's getting me along. I've been carrying this frame around for 15 years. I'm still walking and I'm still strong, so amazing.
Do you miss it? Playing?
I don't miss the pressure. I mean, 15 years and captaining for 12 has definitely caught up with me, but I think I always miss the camaraderie and representing South Africa and the Proteas, and to walk out there and play in front of the world and compete, representing such an amazing country is something I'll never forget. Now,
you guys have been keeping an internal secret in the Protea squad, something called Protea Fire, which we're only hearing about now. And apparently you were part of setting up this atmosphere in the team. What is Protea Fire?
Yeah, it's a fairly elaborate story, but I was 26 years old. I'd captained South Africa for 4 years already, and I suddenly started to think, walala wasala, I've got to wake up, and what's this next period of my captaincy going to be a part of? I need to come to grips with what this is about. You know, getting the captaincy at 22 was pretty daunting, but now I needed to really make something of it, and started thinking tactics, started thinking team selection, what were the type of players, characters and so on that you wanted to make a successful team. And then that really created a huge success for us. We went on to beat Australia and England away from home for the first time. And then I came home and I started to think, well, we come from a really diverse country. We have so many cultures that can be hugely successful for us. Our people are a huge strength in South Africa. And a Protea, what does it mean to be a Protea? This was given to the national cricket team many years ago, and we went and did this study, myself and Jeremy Snape, and we looked at where the Protea came from. We found out that after a fire, it's the first flower to regenerate. It's resilient. We found out that a god of truth back in the Greek days. So we created this whole value system, team songs, traditions, capping ceremonies. And we created this culture that became really powerful, and around the world it became a huge strength within the squad.
Protea Fire. Yeah, the Protea as a flower, when it felt fire comes through, it doesn't just die, it comes back pretty much straight away afterwards. It's part of its process of growing. It needs fire to keep going. And that's what the Proteas are all about. They get stronger through the fires that they've gone through as a team. And they created a television commercial for it. This is it.
Are we a million kids dream to be? We get to pull on this shirt and wear the badge on our hearts. We get to sing our anthem and play for 60 million fans.
Who came up with that?
Me, but I think it was created through a team environment. The idea started with me and it grew. And then we started a training camp. We arrived at this training camp. We had a small little DVD, a really powerful DVD that we put together for the guys. We got them to write a little message on their Protea shirt, what it meant to represent the Proteas. And we had this camp, and we went through all these value systems and ideas. And then at the end of the camp, we took the guys to a disadvantaged school. We sat down with these kids and we sang the national anthem. And at the end of that, we handed that shirt over to a kid from this school, and that began the Ubuntu theme, where we believe as a team we get our strength is from people, the impacts we make on people, and that is one of the biggest driving points within the Protea team. And so that advert is so unique because it's driven by players. That's like almost being in the change room, what it's like, what the environment's like, and how we derive our strength, and it's the reason we performed over the last period of time. I reckon Protea Fire is a huge strength in that.
Now, the key to this commercial and the motivation of it is the World Cup. The World Cup comes up in February next year. How does this help South Africans get behind the team and the team itself perform on that World Cup stage?
Well, hopefully it creates a connection with the fans that is more than just the result in the weekend. I think that the team knows that they have to perform, they have to win, and we won a World Cup trophy as South African fans. But hopefully this will be our X factor. With the amount of money that's around in world sport today, with youngsters growing up in our country with so many different distractions, with so many different opportunities, I wanted to create a dream where people could look up to being a Protea, where they could sing the Umlilo at the end of winning a test match or a World Cup with the Proteas, and really be a part of something really unique and really special. And hopefully these guys will go there, and how awesome would it be if they can hold up that World Cup trophy at the end of March and we can all celebrate with them and be a part of that team song, and that's the unique experience.
On a personal note, though, it wasn't something you were able to achieve in your time with the Proteas. How important is it for you? Would you be there on that cup final day, and also sneak into the picture and say, I was part of this, I was part of the Protea Fire?
I'll definitely fly myself over to be a part of the celebrations. But, you know, I had so many wonderful experiences playing for the Proteas. I mean, 15 years, #1 in the world, 17,500 runs. I mean, that was bigger than I ever dreamt. But, you know, if this plays a role in us winning a World Cup, and if I can sit on my couch in 30 years' time and look back and see that current generation of Proteas being a part of the Protea Fire legacy and what it stands for, and that dream is still strong and alive and it's helping us win games, then that is what would make me most proud, because that is a legacy and that is something to be proud of.
Graeme, I don't know if we can top that. We need to do a show on you. Today was about Protea Fire, and I'm motivated. I'm there with you guys. All the best at the World Cup, and all the best with keeping the fire going.
Thank you, Thomas.